fourth order of business this evening is Karen Emerson from the Historic Society of Kent County. Hello.
Good evening.
Karen, how are you?
I'm good. I'm well. How is everybody?
We're doing well.
So we have applied for a permit to have our first annual Legacy Day, which would include a parade and a block party.
And I think I was going through the details, and there were starting to be more questions than I could answer. So
Sure.
I forget how far I had read. Does the council remember any of their questions? Parade starts at 6 p.m. Starts in the vicinity of Calvert and North College.
Correct.
And then it will come down to the corner of High and Court. Is that right, Joe? The parade comes to the High Street and Court Street?
That's where judging will be. It'll go to Queen Street.
Goes to Queen Street,
With a
and
breakup.
then just what happens then? Music in the park?
Music in the park. We have a band lined up for that. And in between, Music in the Park will actually play from 7 until 10 o'clock. They have a contract with Quickfire, I believe is the name of the band. And while they're on break, there'll be a DJ that'll provide music.
Okay, 7 to 10, and that's longer than Music in the Park is usually over dark.
Yes, it's usually usually an hour and a half.
And do you need a stage? What kind of support do you need from the town?
Yes, we would need a stage.
And where does the stage go?
It would go at the corner of Court and High Street,
Okay.
similar to when you have an event,
Okay.
a parade or something along those
That
lines.
portable stage that we have will be all right?
Yes.
Okay. Trash cans, police support. Chief, have you had?
I have actually not spoken
I don't
with
think he's seen this because we
the
just got
police yet.
started.
It is something on my, I know that's something that has to be figured out before
Yeah.
we, the evening of the event. It's one of the things that has to happen.
And you have porta-johns. Where would you imagine that porta-johns need to be?
Probably on Court Street.
Okay.
This is the first time
That's
that
right.
we've planned an event like this, so if somebody has any ideas, please let me know what's been done, since reinventing the wheel. So,
Right.
the health department does not have a number that we need to have for 300 people, so we figured that we'll have 3. They said 2 to 3, so we will have 3.
Okay.
What is the date of this event?
It is
August 16th.
August 16th.
Is this different from the War of 1812?
Yes.
Before.
This is different from, it's a few weeks before, and this is a celebration of this year's celebration will be the Uptown Club and Charlie Graves and his contributions to the community. If this is a success, we hope to have this again in further years and have a Legacy Day. Possibly not in the same spot. This is, like I said, this is the first year that we're doing this. We're just trying to figure out what's going to work best and get attention and be able to attract the most number of people.
Do you, what street are you going to want closed for people to dance in the street? Where were they dancing?
High Street.
High Street, what block?
Between
Right in front of the Garfield?
right in front of the Garfield,
Okay.
directly in front of the Garfield.
And closed from Queen Street to Court Street, Lawyers Row, or from where to where?
Yes, from Queen Street from the vicinity of Queen Street to, Court Street would have to be closed off also if we had porta potties and.
Okay.
What day of the week is this, Friday or Saturday?
It is a Saturday night.
Okay.
Has anybody checked with the Garfield that they don't have?
Yes, I have.
It's right around the time they usually do Playmakers. I think it might be a bit later.
I have spoken with the Garfield, and the Garfield is actually our, if it's a rainy evening, that'll be our rain event site. So I have that set up already.
Well, you're right, a lot of this is, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's been several things where the street's been closed in front of the Garfield. And so we'll start.
I've been working with Andy Goddard on
Yeah.
that. She seems to be the,
Yeah, great. So I guess now we have more information for the council to
Well,
make a decision.
I don't wanna, Sabine may not appreciate me bringing up her name, but she did such a wonderful job at the Tea Party for her first year. And,
yes, it was a wonderful, we had a wonderful turnout.
I could kind of pick her brain because we're neighbors at the farmer's market now, until the war. So, if you give me a list, you know, maybe she'd be able to offer some advice.
Well, actually, if you think that she'd be a good go-to, I could go to her directly because we worked quite closely with the Tea Party. She was very kind in including the Historical Society in some events this
I
year.
can't volunteer, but I make that suggestion.
So, okay, yeah, I know, I take all suggestions for people that I can check with to see how things have gone in the past and what works best.
Yeah.
So what can we do tonight?
You can say that it's okay, and we'll work out the details. And if you, as you get closer, if you wanna come back and tell us how it ended up, you know, for, to get your 300 people, I'm sure you've probably got 300 already.
Well, there seems to be quite a lot of interest. There's some things out on Facebook. Monica Graves is one of our sponsors, and she's been putting the word out. And, you know, we don't have a number, we're not charging, this is free and open to the public, so we don't know, but we're thinking that we'll have up to 300 people. That's what we're gonna plan for.
Good.
The one thing that I do wanna mention is food vendors. If it is a nice evening, it's important to the committee that I'm working with that since alcohol will be served, that there'll be food vendors. We had originally said that we would go to the Imperial. I think that we're going to go to some local churches in the community and see if they're interested, if we can get one or two food vendors so that there's hot dogs, hamburgers, that sort of thing.
Where would you get
The
power?
same,
Where would you get power from?
Well, the
They
one,
use gas, most of them.
the one group, well, that's something else that I was thinking of too, is that the one group that we might ask actually has a truck. They come in a truck, so they have refrigeration and everything.
Our only requirements there is there's so much, like with the Optimus downtown, so much grease that spills out that they all have kitty litter or whatever to go down. If you cook a different way, that's fine, but most of the time it's fish fries or clam strips or French fries or whatever, so.
Right, and that was something that we had a very
All the
long
church
discussion
groups.
on earlier this evening, is, you know, the grease and the cleanup and who wants
All
to
the
do
church
this.
groups know, but this,
Okay.
because, and we're always ready for the tea party, but I don't think we'd be as ready to clean up the next day or that evening with this. If it goes late, it'd be Sunday morning, and, so that's something that I think your vendors are gonna need to clean up after themselves.
Which is what we were going to explain to them, yes,
Okay,
that was going to be something that they needed to be, you know, cleaned up and out of there by 11 o'clock, correct? Is that,
Well, Chief, with the noise ordinance, I think the vendors, you might, I don't know. I think they might depart earlier if you're just dancing at the end, I don't know. Chief, what about the noise ordinance?
Yeah, 10.
10 is the noise ordinance, okay?
Well,
That's,
okay,
Yep, that's fine.
but I think,
Need a motion to approve the permit.
I make a motion to approve the permit for the Historic Society of Kent County to have their Legacy Day and Block Party on August 16th, 2014.
Is there a second? All those in favor? Any opposed? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Since this is the first year, I will be